Previously on the inventory.
Right. Well, now since I've been promoted to the show manager for the inventory, there are going to be some changes around here.
The letter from Boss Pony said...
Letter? What letter?
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. I was kind of supposed to give this to you.
To whoever is the new manager of the inventory. All show managers are now required to have a personal assistant that will be assigned to them by the station.
I came all the way from Cloudsville just to work for you, Mr. Waves. My name is Sunshower, but most ponies call me Sunny. I'm your biggest fan.
Have you hooked up the new gizmo to the QED yet?
It's called the Quantum Frequency Audiographer.
Yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce it. Is it hooked up or not?
The Quantum Frequency Audiographer is now completely set up to the broadcasting equipment.
Sound effects. What just happened?
There seems to be some sort of energy drain on the QED. Oh, I have an idea! We can set up the QED's audiographer to do short-range transmissions. I can integrate it into KPNY's old phone call-in system. We could finally have an excuse to have ponies to call in and be a part of the show. And I can use this opportunity to do some stress testing.
What do you think of Sunny?
I like her. She's got a lot of spirit, she's super friendly, and she's scary efficient.
Efficient? You call her spilling scalding hot tea on my lap efficient?
I don't think you should worry about it, Airwaves. She's just trying to impress you. You can tell she looks up to you. Just give her a chance, Airwaves.
Look, next time I see her, I'll sit down and talk to her. Fresh start.
Good on you.
And now for the continuation of the inventory on KPNY.
Librarian, I've information of Pegasi and Unicornian. I know the princesses and the elements of harmony from laughter, kindness, magic, loyalty, and generosity. I'm very well acquainted too with matters zoological. I understand the monsters both physical and magical. About supervillains, I am teaming with a lot of news. Ah! Sound effects! How dare you sneak up on me like that? What are you doing sneaking about the station hallway? What's that outrageous contraption around your neck?
Oh, this? Nothing special, really. I mean, it's just the most awesome thing my brain has ever come up with ever.
It looks like a miniature microphone or something. You didn't happen to record me or anything, did you?
I honestly have no idea what you were talking about. But anyway, this is the miniaturized quantum personalized emitter, but I like to call it the QED Junior. Or could mini QED sound better? Anyway, it essentially works as a mobile relay for the QED without having to connect to the station's equipment, so that if we ever wanted to go out of the studio like I am now, we can. I essentially tore out all the good parts of my first invention and made it into a wireless interface with the...
Please, that's enough. I truly don't care. Would you please just leave me to my own devices?
Oh, actually, there was something I wanted to ask you.
Yes, what is it?
Do you know where Sunny is?
Sunshower. Last I checked, she was with Airwaves in his office having some sort of meeting or something.
Ah, excellent. Just what I was hoping to hear.
Now, if you're quite finished rubbing your hooves together and rapidly raising your eyebrows, I have a performance to prepare for.
Now my plan can finally begin. With this newest invention, I'll be able to secretly record everything this so-called Sunny and reveal her for what she truly is. No one will be able to suspect me. I will be the greatest spy in history!
That was my favorite chair. I've had it since our first broadcast.
I didn't realize it would turn yellow like that. I'm so sorry.
It's made out of cockatrice leather. You can't steam clean cockatrice leather. It's magical. Now it looks like I'll be sitting on a giant banana.
Oh, I can fix this. I can run down to Rarities and grab some fabric dyes and it will be as good as new.
Oh, no, you don't. You've done quite enough already.
I thought I was helping.
Hello, you two. Hey, Airways, where'd you get the giant banana?
Sound effects? Now is not the time.
Actually, I came here to speak to our lovely new assistant.
You want to speak to me?
By all means, she's yours. Just don't let her into the sound booth or she might turn the console hot pink or something.
Hot pink wouldn't look too bad.
Okay, I'll see you later then, Mr. Waves. I'll give you a replacement chair as soon as I can.
You know what? Just forget about it. Please stop calling me Mr. Waves.
Okay, so, sound effects. Weren't you the pony I found spying on me in the sound booth last time?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Is there something you wanted from me?
Just a few questions, really.
I'll answer them the best I can.
Tell me, Miss Sunny, if that's your real name.
Actually, it's just my nickname. My full name is Sunshower.
Well then, Miss Shower, tell me how you feel about love.
Love? Are you hitting on me?
I'm the one asking questions around here, Missy. Now, what has Freelance told you about us exactly?
Who? You are seriously confusing me.
Playing hardball, huh? Alrighty then. I didn't want to ask to use my secret weapon, but let's see how you react to this!
Is that a clove of garlic?
Yes! Didn't expect to be outsmarted by me, did ya? Look how you quake in your hooves.
Okay, as much as I enjoy playing these little games with you, I really need to see to fixing the chair. If you'll excuse me, please.
Horse apples. I really thought that would work. Every pony knows that changelings dissolve into slime in the presence of garlic. Or was that timberwolves? Whatever. I'll reveal that intruder for what she really is, or my name isn't Philip Xavier. Ooh, this banana's comfy.
Welcome back, every pony and every brony, to the inventory on KPNY Radio, Ponyville's radio. If you're not listening to KPNY Radio, then you're obviously not listening to the radio. I'm your host, Airwaves, happily bringing you another brilliantly written brony story. And here to share with us that story is my dear friend, Mr. Empty Chair. Sound effects. Where is Fairytail? It's not like him to be late. Well, great. Now what are we supposed to... Fairytail. It's about time you showed up. Would you stop leaning against the door frame and have a seat so we can finally get...
It was a dark, cold day in Ponyville.
Excuse me?
The deep gray drizzle reminded me of my memories past.
Fairytail. I'm over here. Why are you staring off into nothing?
I sat behind my desk, making my way through a pack of cigarettes.
When do you smoke?
The moonlight slips through the Venetian blinds, casting its shadow across my unkept, stubbly muzzle.
You're what? Do you even know what a Venetian... Hey, is that Cover Story's fedora?
She shut the door behind her, taking soft, slow steps toward me.
She? Fairytail, listen. We have a show to do.
Full lips covered in rouge, and eyes downcast and lines with kohl, mane soft and silky waves around her face. She leans her muzzle close to mine, and... Ouch! That was completely uncalled for!
What in Prince Bluebutt's silky golden locks are you doing?
I'm setting the mood, you killjoy! Have you never indulged in a thrilling detective story? Haven't you ever heard of Slick Casey?
Who?
Only the greatest, hard-hitting, fast-shooting, most intelligent detective in fiction? I owned all of his stories as a fool.
You mean the one from CEOKasen, who wore the yellow hat? Wasn't that a comic book?
That's not important. I'll have you know I was trying to get our listeners into the proper mood for my presentation.
I would rather you just sit down and talk about it like a normal pony. No more monologues.
Fine. We'll do things your way.
All right. So what's gotten you raving like a mad pony?
Starlight over Detrot, a Noir Tale. This story is written by the dynamic writing duo CEOKasen and ChessieTheCat. Together they tell a gripping story about shady crime-infested streets of a large metropolitan city named Detrot from the perspective of hard-edged police detective Hard-Boiled. Detective Hardy is a grizzled, sarcastical detective with deadpan wit and discord-may-care attitude. Together with his trusty companions, he must solve a murder mystery that takes him into the heart of Detrot's corruption.
Okay, so that's why you came in here talking like one of those old cheesy KPNY radio drama narrators.
I have always enjoyed murder mystery dramas and the attractiveness of the no-nonsense feel of a big city. I almost considered starting a career as a private eye before joining the service.
And I'm sure that career would have been just as successful. So, that story takes place in some city called Detrot. Have you ever heard of such of a place?
No such city exists in Equestria, I assure you. Much like Chicago, it is a fictional city formulated by the author's imagination. Starlight over Detrot depicts the eponymous city as a large, bustling metropolis, riddled with crime and corruption, and takes place in the not-so-distant future, a good 60 years since the return of Princess Luna. Organized crime syndicates battle over control of key parts of the city, and the most heinous of crime become commonplace.
Sounds like a wonderful vacation spot.
Indeed. The authors more than likely base the location off their own notions and experiences with similar locations that likely exist in their world.
I guess the Brony homeworld of Earth isn't the land of sparkling rainbows and unlimited friendship as we imagined it was.
The high crime rate isn't the only problem the ponies of Detrot have to deal with. Ferocious monsters exist outside the city limits, necessitating the creation of an organization of monster hunters known as Pact, who also creates a magical barrier to keep the monsters out of the city.
Oh, sort of like the defense shields made famous by Prince's shining armor. Huh. Interesting concept. I can tell that these authors put a lot of the work into their world building.
And they would have to in a story such as this. The flavor of the culture and the atmospheric tensions serve to transform the setting into a character unto itself that constantly drives the passions of the main characters and the mystery they have to solve.
Ah! So this is in fact a mystery novel.
Indeed it is. A young unicorn mare is found dead in the streets, having fallen to her death from the roof of a high-class hotel. To make matters even more ghastly, her horn had been cut off. It falls into the hooves of Detective Hardboiled and his assistants to look for clues and catch the culprit. You'll understand that I cannot go much deeper into plot since this is a murder mystery. I shall not give away even a single clue or deduction.
Yeah, I hate spoilers as much as the next stallion. I still haven't completely forgiven Hardcover for accidentally revealing the ending to the newest Daring Do novel. It had only been out for 15 minutes, and how did he even manage to... Look, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I still have a lot of questions concerning this story, but first, we have to cut to commercials. However, I have some big news for you listeners. Sound effects, will you do the honors?
Everfree, this is Sound Effects. Thanks to our recent modifications to the QED, I've been able to create direct telecommunications using the equestrian infinite as a relay. In other words, now anyone can call into the station. Unfortunately, for our listeners on Earth, we haven't yet perfected the QED's ability to connect between the different worlds, so you can't call in yet. But for our listeners in Equestria, just go onto our site in the Equestrian Infinite and click on the button that says Spike, and it will automatically call us. The 10th caller will get to talk live on the air and will receive a free copy of Starlight over Detrot by Noir Tale by CEOKasen and ChessieTheCat. The lines are open and I'm awaiting your calls. We'll be right back after the break.
Changes and the world goes to sleep. The moon shines above them. Which secrets will it keep? And one sleepy pony looks up to the sky. While she gets lonely, she begins to wonder why. Delicate as a flower to bloom, she had to struggle, sadness and gloom, to make ponies care, fighting her despair. She would carry on, proving them they are wrong. But just like a rose she'd grow, and maybe one day will show that thorns of sorrow will become the true horror. Rose luck, isn't she lucky? Raising flowers, showing beauty, though behind the glory lies her horrors, fears and
new jet set spring collection of cardigans comes in over 50 varying shades of grey and black. They are so subtly hued that even someone from Ponyville could tell the difference. There isn't a special on my favorite hue this week, the slightly darker black but not exactly grey neutral.
Hey, have you been craving that daffodil sandwich or some extra crispy hay fries? Come have a snack at the outdoor Ponyville Cafe. Enjoy our flamenco trained waiters. Just remember our motto, where else are you going to find grass to eat? This location does not serve gems.
This is your local news at KPNY. I'm your local correspondent. Press release. Newsflash. Loud explosion heard from the direction of Sweet Apple Acres discovered to be the destruction of their barn again. What was this intended for? Another remodel? Insurance fraud? Or is it just another freak accident involving Pinkie Pie? Details at 11. I'm press release.
Welcome back, every pony and every brony, to the inventory on KPNY Radio. If you're not listening to KPNY, then go see a doctor because something is seriously wrong with your head. I am your host, Airwaves, and with me today is Fairytail, and we've been discussing a mystery novel called Starlight over Detrot, a Noir Tale, written by authors CEOKasen and ChessieTheCat. But before we get back to that, it seems that we're going to have our first ever caller on the inventory. So, sound effects. Who's the lucky pony?
I love the fresh air that this new window lets in.
It's into the recording booth.
I know, but think about it. I'm in this small, danky room. You have a big, nice studio, and I get to smell the air coming in.
Okay, sound effects. Who's the next pony?
Oh, snap, I forgot to write the name down. Sorry, I'm still new at this. Hold on, I can cross-reference it on my computer, and here we go. She's called Colgate from Ponyville.
Colgate? I don't recognize that name. Okay then, Colgate, you're on the air. Miss Colgate, are you there?
Okay, listen, Airwaves. This is why I called. I've had the chance to read some of the writings of Brony literature, and I just wanted to state for the record, my name is not Colgate, and I am not a dentist. My name is Minuet.
Sound effects?
Yeah, I used my Brony-made pony guide to cross-reference her name.
Why don't you tell those little alien friends of yours to stop spreading lies and rumors about me? Ever since you ponies at KPNY started making copies of their books, every pony has been calling me Colgate. And to top it off, I have had it with ponies coming to my house wanting their teeth pulled. I can't do that. That's disgusting.
Listen, Minuet, I understand you're upset, but there's no way that the Bronies can know all of our names. They have to guess sometimes.
Oh, so if I meet some random pony on the street, I'm allowed to just give them whatever name and career I find fitting? I'm sorry, but that's totally rude. I mean, seriously? Dentist? How'd they even come up with that? My cutie mark isn't a toothbrush, it's an hourglass. My special talent is always being on time.
Minuet, hear me out. I can see why you're angry, but shouldn't you be flattered as well?
Flattered?
Well, yeah. Most of the ponies in Ponyville haven't had any stories, art, or music made about them. You have tons. They love you. Well, maybe it's not exactly you they love, but they love your, mane? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the Bronies do what they do out of respect, not spite.
Respect, huh? Well, I suppose that toothpaste cannon thing was kind of funny. Alright, maybe I'll give these Bronies another chance. But mark my words, Ponyville, the next pony who comes to my place looking for a checkup will have their teeth removed. With a nice strong kick to the face.
Minuet? Minuet. Well, there you have it, folks. Ponyville's own Minuet, who despite her refreshing personality is most definitely not a dentist. She will be receiving a free copy of Starlight and Detrot, a Noir Tale by CEOKasen and ChessieTheCat, along with a complimentary KPNY toothbrush. Now, speaking of which, let us continue our presentation of this wonderful story. Fairytale. You have talked about the fictional setting in which the story takes place. Now, what about the character?
There are three primary protagonists that drive the central focus of the story. First of all is, of course, the main protagonist, Detective Hard-Boiled, or Hardy as he is affectionately known. Hardy is an earth pony, very much in the style of old grizzled detectives like Slick Casey. He is sarcastic and snarky with a taste for morbid, deadpan humor. You can tell that the life of a police officer has caused him to grow distant from others. He is a fragile, tortured stallion, shrouded with layers of indifference.
So, in other words, a stereotypical noir detective.
Admittedly, I suppose. The entire story draws on much from detective noir genre, but instead of trying to parody or subvert these stereotypes, the author embraces them, using the tried and true style to breathe new life into the world and characters.
So you know what you're getting into right from the very start.
Detective Boyle's partners are his personal chauffeur Taxi and his rookie partner Swift, both Pegasi. Taxi is a hard-edged former detective who'd be quick to bite your head off, and Swift is a former member of the monster hunters known as Pact, and plays the role of the incompetent rookie who tries her hardest to impress a new superior. What she lacks in experience, she makes up for in indomitable spirit.
Sounds like some pony else I have come to know recently.
Both of these characters have their own backstories and character arcs that develop alongside the main mystery. This, combined with a large and absolutely unpredictable cast of supporting characters, will keep the reader both amused and on the edge of their seats, as you can honestly never tell what will happen next.
So, what kind of things can we expect in this story?
Well, I just said the story loves to play on your expectations. Also, great use is made of the concept of equestrian murder. Solving a crime can become quite complicated with the sudden added elements of magic, monsters, and the like. This story will give even avid mystery buffs a run for their money. Another element of the story I found to be quite enjoyable was the emphasis on big city life. The authors paint a city with a colorful variety of residents. Detrot is home to not only ponies, but large quantities of Equestria's minority races as well. The implications of such a society and the variety of interactions helps fuel the story's unique setting and atmosphere. The story is currently over 300,000 words long, with the author currently working on the second act of their story. For anyone who loves the thrill of a good mystery and the feel of a big city drama, this is a must-read.
Well, I can definitely see why this story made you act like a complete buffoon earlier.
How rude!
Anyway, that's about all the time we have left, every pony, so please check out Starlight Over Detrot, a Noir Tale by CEOKasen and ChessieTheCat. And we will be back next time with more Brony goodness. This is Airwaves, signing off.
And so the cold wind blew across my mane. I looked back at recent events with melancholy eyes.
Would you stop? We already signed off. Okay, now that that's over, would you please go and return Cover Story's fedora before he tears down the studio in a panic?
I don't know. I dare say it makes me look rather dapper.
You know what? I don't even care anymore. Listen, I wanted to ask you about Sunny.
You're the second pony to ask me about her today. What about her?
Why do you think she...
Oh, that was an amazing broadcast, Mr. Waves. Congratulations. Oh, I know. To celebrate, I'll bake you a pie. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, hold on. Hey, look at the time. I think I hear my laundry burning. Gotta go.
Oh, okay. Another time then.
He actually used his wings. I think that was the first time I've seen that.
Why does it feel like he's trying to avoid me?
Probably because he is.
But why?
Well, in the short time that you've known him, you've managed to give him third-degree burns and ruin his favorite chair. Not to mention the last report you gave him was completely in the wrong order.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got one for you, too. A complete catalog of all the Brony stories added to the Kennel archives.
In numerical order by both title and author as well. Very nice, Subshower. Thank you. Now, why is it whenever you help some pony else, you go above and beyond, But Airwaves is the only one meeting with misfortune.
Oh, I can't help it. I have idolized him for, ever. He's the best broadcaster in the history of broadcasters, and I want him to notice me.
Oh, he's noticed you all right.
I'm trying to make myself useful to him.
Well, maybe you're trying too hard. Just slow down and breathe. He neither needs nor wants his microphone polished and waxed or his feathers professionally preened. Just treat him with the same efficiency you provide to every pony else. Maybe then he'll see your worth and stop treating you with such disdain.
But it's gotten to the point where he won't even let me help him now.
Then you need to sit down and talk to him. Despite his recent attitude, he is in fact a level-headed pony. He's very down-to-earth for a Pegasus, no offense.
Talk to him. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'll sit him down and tell him all the ways I can be useful around here.
What?
Thanks, Fairytail, you're the best.
Wait, Sunshaw, I didn't mean... Oh, please come out. Oh, bother.